Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to another stream. My name's Dion. We have BTC trading it as I do every single day. So, what am I currently looking at the moment? Well, long story short, my bias is long. Long story. That's kind of funny to use that. Long story short, my bias is long. So, I'm looking to take longs today, my target being London highs. I want to see that get run. What we saw like throughout the day, first off is had a nice decline in price. Then we reversed, consolidated a little bit, and now we're back down. If I look on the daily, on the hourly, may look a little different. Yeah, so look, price shot down, came back up, now it's pulling back down. So I do feel like there's a nice trade to come out of this at some point somewhere. But the thing is where. So obviously I'm targeting London highs, which is also like a double top, because retail may see it. I've been trading to the downside. The price got somewhat volatile around 850. So I saw that ICT isn't trading over like this week, so I'm not too sure if that's got to do with anything. He was saying that it's like daylight savings week or something, so the people in New York are like just adjusting and it becomes a choppy week. But for me, like, I don't know, you'd think that people would get their shit together within the first day or so. But yesterday, price action was weird and everything was like delayed, to be honest. Don't think I have it on the screen anymore, but yeah, everything was like pretty delayed. So my setup and everything occurred at like 8 something like the next morning. So that's kind of weird, but we'll see what's happening today. Like, my idea was for price to pull into a premium. So from today's high to today's low, and if we draw this line out, this marks the market equilibrium. So essentially what I'm looking for was price to pull below this equilibrium so that I am actually going long in a discount market. So we've had that happen. Like, first we had London lows get swept. Price was consolidating, although I thought like this would generate some sort of like buy stops, which I think it did. Generated buy stops, more buy stops, prices pulled down. So now I'm just looking for price to like give me an entry. This fair value gap has been balanced, but it hasn't come down to this point yet. So we formed a lower swing high. Price is pulling down even lower at this point. Excuse me, I'm yawning so much. I literally just got up from my sleep. So yeah, it looks like we still have some more of that fair value gap to balance. We got 2 swing lows here, 2 swing highs. I do believe we're going to see one final punch to the downside before we go up, and that is where I want to take this trade. Just analyzing this a bit. Yeah, because I want to see that strong displacement to the upside and then the pullback into it. So far, I haven't seen that strong displacement that's carried on. I do think we're going to see it soon. So here's DYDX, the new platform I'm using to trade. Look, got everything there. Look, trying to trade BTC. So this is interesting. BTC USD, it's not BTC perp. Also, it's cool that it saved my like chart preferences on here. Alright, So it says fills here because I was testing the platform yesterday. Okay, sweet. Here's that move that I'm looking for by the looks of it. Yeah, at the moment I'm just finding the number for my stop loss, which is this candle here. Is that an appropriate stop loss? I don't know, this level hasn't really been punched through yet. No, I had an entry here somewhere. So at the moment I'm lining up my entry with previous price action just to see if the entry is where I really want it to be. Yep. Alright, so here there's a fair value gap here. So look, I am asking for price to come pretty far down into here, to be honest. I like this one though. Yeah, 1946. It's in line with this. Yeah, I'm happy to take my longs from there. 19460. Like I said, it is quite a bit away. 19460. Oh, here we go. Okay, well, I've never used this platform before, so let's see. Market buy. Okay, so we'll start off with 0.01. We'll add triggers. Stop loss was 19,400. As you can see, our entry has started. Putting my thing at a take profit at 19,880. Fuck, gotta bump the leverage up a considerable amount. Shit. See. 1, 2, I think. Triggers. No, +8 needs to be. Oh fuck, it's moving so fast. Needs to be like a $13. Oh, that's too much. Okay, price is still in a good area. 11, 9, 8. Fuck, it's moving too. Okay, it's moving really fast down, so I may need to reconsider what's happening. No, I don't need to reconsider. Oh. Okay, at this point I'm waiting for it to pull back up. That's way too risky of an entry for anything. Okay, we were kind of like saved by how long it took us to take that entry, because that would have stopped us out instantly. I want to know what's happening on the dollar index. So dollar index is punching up. So we just sweeped that. Okay, so it looks like. Okay, look, that's interesting. Dollar index, we just sweep the lows. So I am expecting some bullish movement, to be honest. Which means I should be looking for bearish movement on BTC. See, we are trading in a very heavy discount. Maybe this is giving me an opportunity to take this. Because I did have that other target, but I did say it was very unlikely. That was this fair value gap here. Is that where we've come into? Because if it is, that is an entry. It is. Okay, sweet. Let's set this up then. Put 1% on there. Um, 19,339. Yeah, pretty much everything's the same. Stop loss. Oh, it's a little different. I might have to trade off this chart here. So off the 1 minute, so that would be like 19,384. Take profit, still the same. Say 19,900. So our price is still melting to the downside. What's happening with this? This is pumping. Interesting. No, price has moved away from, is like beneath my stop loss, so not too much we can do here. Should probably just stick to this chart. Gap to the downside. 19,341. Are we gonna punch these lows? That's what I'm looking for now, actually. So I don't want to get into it and then have price punch these lows, which it looks like it is. Okay, now that this low has been punched, that's interesting. Is this where we're going to see the strong displacement that we're going to trade into? Because I'm not trying to catch the falling knife. So I think I'm just going to have to get used to doing my analysis on here. I want to get rid of this, to be honest. Book, trades. Alright, here we go. So I'm going to assume this is the low. So here's the strong displacement we're seeing. I'm going to do 19,300 stop loss. Sweet, that's a nice displacement we're seeing right there. So I want to see some sort of short-term high be formed, and then that short-term high be broken, and then the price pulling through, pulling back. Yeah, I want to see a strong movement from here. It's like we're being given our setup at a nice time. It's 9:45. I'm going to use this chart to give me the larger perspective. Okay, so it's very obvious we're in a discount market, so you don't need that. I know we've broken. Trying to figure out what I should keep on the screen. You know, that's been balanced, this and that. But this low, I sort of want to keep my eye on here. It's an interesting low to have been swept. Now looking for strong displacement, pullback, and then I want to take that long. That looks like a very nice long, to be honest. So this is how we reacted to that low. So we're looking for strong displacement, then the pullback. And that's the trade I want to take. Looks like we're preparing ourselves here. Target that little double top just up there. At the moment, using this swing low. There's no fair value gap below there, so I'm going to use this swing low as my stops. Now I'm just waiting for the push or the rally and then the pullback. This I will change it as well after. I'm thinking like another interesting long would be taking a swing low failure. That'd be another interesting pattern to take, and that would be sort of banking on seeing that push to the upside, which would be betting on the pull down on DYDX, the pullback. Looks like we've created this double top. Price is running through that. Should be dropping BTC a bit more. Should be running through that. Here's, I don't want to call that the order block. I don't think it is. Order block would be like this one, right? This one. Where rejected or balanced or rejected the fair value gap. What's that looking like for BTC? Well, there's the swing low. Yeah, there's the swing low. Like if you wanted to anticipate the break, that's where you want to trade off of. So that trade would look like that. That's below that swing low. I'm not too keen to take that trade. Like I said, it's not a part of my plan. I want to see an energetic move to the upside, leaving a fair value gap, and then price coming down and tracing into that, considering the order block. So at the moment, we've just been making down moves. Now I'm looking for downward candles that form some sort of swing high, and then I want to see price like pull up and break through that swing high, forming a fair value gap in that swing, and then price pulling into that and going along from there. That's what I'm looking for. So we've just had a move to the downside. Price currently just, just chilling, consolidating. Let's move this out the way. Don't like it to be too distracting. Just using it to keep in track, or like my stop loss 19,347. So then it's just like one less thing I need to worry about inputting when it's time to take the trade. I want to be able to like execute fast. Just a new swing low. 19,338.5. gap to the downside a little bit. It's just like trying to find like liquidity at the moment. I feel price is just punching down, trying to find it. If you can't find it in here, then it's gonna have to be below the last swing low. But look, if that's the case, that's just giving us a better and better entry, to be honest. Considering the bias is still like to the upside. Which I think is very fair to assume. This fair value gap has been balanced. I mean, the last swing low is down here. But I do think there is like maybe like the run on this swing high. That was the run on liquidity for us to start making our move to the downside. But yeah, because there's the double top. Price sweeped it there, came back down, pulled up, and then literally from there it's just all buy stops. There's so much liquidity. That's why I want to see London high get swept. London high even being as low as down here, but I ideally want to see this area be swept. Okay, it looks like we're seeing the move to the upside now. There's the swing low. No fair value gap, so to be honest, like ICT teaches to put below the like last candle. So 19370. 19370.9. No, we'll keep it there. Target remains the same. Sweet. There's our fair value gap. 19406. That's where I want to take my entry. Or do I want to move my entry a little bit lower because that's where the order block starts? No, take it there. So I've got my stops. So now I just want to have a $13 risk when that comes about. So slider. Wait, it should say. Yeah, that's there. Oh, okay. So I gotta set it and go back into there. So if I add these triggers, that's not going to execute the trade, is it? Surely not. It doesn't tell me. Okay, looks like I'm going to have to wait and see. So I need this to be here, and when it is, I need this to be 1%, so about $13. But there's a little bit of going back and forth, you see, with that, doing that. Okay, so we've had these taken. Now it's a matter of waiting for price to pull back. So my trading plan would get me to create a Fibonacci from here to the last swing and then trade on the 50% of that. But now I do also want to consider the order block. So considering the order block would mean I guess you'll be placing my stops below here. Putting my stops in the fair value gap. There's the order block there. The risk to reward is still good. Don't want to be too greedy here. So my stop loss is now 19,325.7. 325. Update. Still don't want to use too much leverage, but I'm pretty sure when price comes down to here, we're gonna have to bump it up so that it is a higher amount. Let's start with 2x leverage. Okay, there's our swing high. So for price to pull back down, and we'll enter from there. Looks like if that's already 25, I think by the time it gets down here, it's going to be considerably less than 1%. We'll see how it moves. Just give it a little test. 22. See, I need to play around with DYDX a little bit more. Maybe I'll play around with it on the test net, but I want to try like using the limit order function, which they do have, but I'm not going to go into it just yet. I just want to watch out for this trade here. That will become irrelevant. Look at that. Oh, DYDX is melting. I should be pushing BTC up. Okay, so the date of today is the 9th. Price is pulling back. Very nice. Something doesn't look right. 59. Oh yeah, because it's makes sense. So that's from here. It's roughly 1 to 3, right? Yeah. Should be, maybe I need to take off a little bit of leverage, but I think it should be fine. Maybe I'm under, like I'm not using enough leverage. I want to go back and bump it up a little bit, so I'll update triggers, bump up to like 2.5. Go back here. This is a little bit annoying. It's not like as nice of a trading system as like FTX, where you can just adjust the slider and have everything there on the same page. This one, like, it's a little bit split up. That's okay. We don't know where they'll go in the future. It's not too bad, I guess. Maybe there's a better way to trade on here. Maybe there's a more efficient way. Maybe just placing limit orders is the best way to go. Yeah, price is still pulling back. Currently filling in the fair value gaps, but I do want to see it pull into this order block here. this first fair value gap that opened when price initially took off. Because this order block here opened up this move, which shifted market structure. I just want this to be about 13. Even now, still maybe it's not enough leverage. I think it's gonna be like, I'm gonna be risking like $10 by the time price gets down here. 10 to 12. So that's 16. Slowly trickling its way down. Fingers crossed we don't miss this entry. Looks like the narrative still fits. 15-minute certainly does. Just trading our model off of these lows in a discount market. It looks fair to me. Stop loss is appropriate. Almost here to enter. I hope the tap into this wasn't enough to send it. We haven't reached this fair value gap yet. Let's see. It would be nice to see some sort of double top formed or something. And price coming down into there. Just setting up this fake like short-term high just to be ran. So the dollar index is melting here. This is driving price higher on BTC. Come on, give me that pullback. Balanced partially, but still leaving this area here. Short-term low to be come down. Ran. Price reversing. That's what I want to see. From there, it's a nice little 7% trade. Yeah, because I am like overall bullish on the dollar. Was here like I'm over short-term bearish. So I'm short-term bullish on BTC. Let's price come back down. Yes. Alright. Just gonna sit here and wait for this now. Looks like we've sized up appropriately. I like my stop loss. I like my take profit. Price coming down to break that swing low. I think that's gonna be the punch before right before our entry. 13, yeah, it's not enough leverage. I'm gonna pop back and add a little bit more. 2.6. Haven't tapped into our entry just yet. We're so close. tapped into the fair value gap. It's scary, it could take off from here, but I'm sticking to my guns. I'm waiting for price to pull right into that candlestick. There we go. Create triggers, place market order. Okay, there we go. Instantly in. Stop loss, take profit, entry, everything marked on the chart. So there's our entry. How much are we selling? Sorry, how much we position size? 0.18, 0.1832 BTC. Nice. So entry just there. So we pulled into the fair value gap. That is also within this order block. The reason why I've chosen this as the order block is because it's the downward closing candles, which lead to an upwards moving, which lead to like a rally, which shift the market structure, opening up which open up a fair value gap. And yeah, price has now pulled into that, took the long from there, stops below the last swing low. ICT likes to put stops below the actual last candle, so literally right there, which would be nuts. What that would already be, that'd be putting me like 3% profit already. But no, I'm gonna play a little bit safer, use the last swing low, and I'm targeting London highs. So if we move over into the 15-minute, what's happening? Chart just froze. It's still working. My DYDX just froze up. It's alright, we can monitor the trade here. Okay, DYDX. Refresh that. I need to log the trade anyway, so where did the thing start? Like there. See London highs. Is my DYDX doing this? I have the phone app, so I should be able to monitor the position on my phone. Oh, okay, wait, it's loading now. Okay, sweet. I'm in roughly 1% profit. You can see here. I don't know why it says 0.39%. When my account's like, yeah, it's roughly, it's a bit more than 1%. I don't really know how to adjust orders and stuff in closed position, but is this where I close partials, market? If I want to sell off partials, I think if I do market and then there should be something like reduce only, so it reduces the position. No, I can't see it. I guess I'm gonna have to look into this more, but for now we're just gonna be relying on closing a position fully, not taking partials or anything. But yeah, my entry looked alright. You know, tap into there. If that filled the fair value gap, theoretically this is the intermediate term low, which shouldn't be broken. If it is, then chances are we're going down to our stop loss. So we do want to see this hold. Price is reacting nicely. This is the displacement we're looking for, that we looked for. Price traded back into the initial fair value gap within that order block, took the long from there, so it's not looking too bad at the moment. Just gonna view and see what it looks like on my phone. It's taking a bit to load, to be honest. It's a bit slow. Is it even linked to my MetaMask or anything? Yeah, should be connected. Weird. I'll have to sort that out later. So yeah, it's cool. Like, there's competitions and stuff all along here. Profile, rewards. And I get rewarded for taking trades on this platform. I guess we'll see how these like rewards accumulate over time, since this is literally like my first proper trade on the platform. Long says my leverage, my liquidation price, P&L, slightly less than 1%. I can share this while it's still open. Oh, that's cool. Oh, and I can tweet it as well. Okay, sweet. This is nice. Okay. Okay, I like it. I like it. Sick. And tweet the actual trade. But that's weird. It says only like 0.37%, but I know it's more. That's all the options. Scan it to verify it. That's cool. So now obviously my next target is to see this swing high be broken, and then the rest of the buy stops just continuously, just like dominoes, just taking them out. That's really what I want to see. I'm thirsty. I might have to duck out, get some water quickly. Okay. Back. I should probably shut the door. Okay, so yeah, we're slowly seeing price pulling up, which is what we want to see in this scenario, seeing as we're going long. Looking for price to push up through to 19,900. Which is the London highs. Just here, this double top. Can I actually move this, take profit? Oh, I don't think I can. That's okay. If it comes through here, then I'll just make sure, take profits, close the position. So overall, 1 to 9 risk to reward ratio trade. Which will be pretty nuts if we hit this off as first trade of the week, seeing that I made about 10.7% last week. If I make that in one day, that's going to be nuts. I'll just literally just stop trading for the week and move over onto demo. I want to get rid of this thing, to be honest. I don't know how to get rid of it because I want to save the trade. Something like this. Then from here I can say nice traded discount till roughly 10:30 a.m. Punch through a low, strong displacement to upside, opening a discount market. By a bullish order block. Okay, so roughly like why I got in the trade. Price seems to be stalling out a little bit, but it should be okay because this is the intermediate term low. So just looking for, I'm just allowing price to make its moves at this point. I mean, it should be fine for me to go to sleep, but I'll stay up at least until whenever. It's very early on in the session because my computer says it's 1:46, so I'm assuming it's like a 10:15 New York time. Yeah, 10:15, 10:16. So still early. Still got plenty of time to see how price runs, see how it's behaving. I just want to see it start pinging out buy stops, to be honest. First major area of buy stops I'd say would be above here. Then next up this level, then the glorious double top. A little Instagram post. What looks nice, like that's chill. First trade on DYDX. I feel like I'm gonna sneeze. Yeah, I was not wrong. First trade on DYDX. Nice. All made live. And then now, literally just waiting for price to do its thing. I think I'll stay up until, what, probably 2 o'clock. Give this trade like another 15 minutes or so to do its thing, and then I will go to sleep because I don't need to be awake while it's playing out. It's literally just, it stops me out or I take profits. So we'll see how that goes, but right now it's not looking too bad. Looks like we're just setting up like relative equal highs above here. So I really don't want to see this low get taken. The most I want to see price do is, I guess, fill in the fair value gap, but then either there and or a little bit dig in before we see price come back through. But ideally we want to avoid that just want to see price punch up, come through these highs. Looks like we've seen, okay, fair value gap has now been balanced. Now I do want to see price avoid this candlestick, especially, or just treat it as support. Let's see what is happening in the dollar index. The dollar index is continuing just to melt, so honestly this should be pushing BTC up due to the correlation. I can see inverse correlation. That should be bullish for BTC, so I don't know why BTC isn't absolutely ripping right now. Let's hope it's a delayed effect, because they're inversely correlated. So a weak dollar should mean strong BTC, and the dollar is melting at the moment, as you can see. So in theory, should push BTC up, but we've barely made any moves. That's really strange. Now we're in drawdown. Let's just see how this plays out. This is very interesting price action. Is this the delayed rip? Delayed rip to the upside. We took the lows with just a little bit. Man, if only BTC ripped to the upside as much as the dollar index ripped to the downside. That would have been take profit right there, surely. So yeah, just waiting now. Honestly, I'm hungry. I kind of want to heat up a meal. Like, I want to eat something, but probably shouldn't, seeing as it's like nearly 2 a.m. Alright, price back into drawdown. What's happening here? That'd be so messed up if, like, the move down, I didn't catch that push to the upside, but as soon as price started pushing up on the dollar index, I just copped it to the downside on BTC. That would be very rough. That would be messed up, not gonna lie. But hey, that's the nature of the game. Sometimes things just happen like that, but you can't say for sure. We're still in the trade. We haven't been stopped out, so there is still hope. Hopefully, it's just a delayed rip to the upside. That price is just trying to catch up to it. So, oh, that downside rip must have been some sort of fundamentals, because today's Tuesday, so I think the news just came out. This is probably a dangerous trade to be in, to be honest. I should probably stop this trade, because that probably was a strong news event. And price just hasn't caught onto crypto yet, or it's already been priced in. If it's already priced in, then that sucks, because that would mean that's the limited, like, upside that we have to BTC. Well, let's see. We've had a deeper dig into liquidity here. Look, there's no fair value gap to be balanced, but it looks like we're forming some sort of swing low here. and I am just looking for this to be ran. You can see the body was rejected, which is nice. This is a scary one to watch considering what's happening in the markets. But like, I don't want to use it as an excuse, but I did make like 10.7% last week. So if this trade doesn't play out, it wouldn't be too bad. But again, that's not the mindset you want to have coming in, knowing that like, oh, I've got cushion to use. Because every trade, I'm trying to be as perfect and, yeah, as perfect as possible. I want it to be like the trade that counts. So the reason why I haven't exited this trade is because I do still think it's valid based on my analysis, and I don't want to fade my own analysis because I trust it. So I'm sticking to it. If that's where I put the stop loss, I'm riding it out. And then if I cop the L, I cop the L, I learn and I improve. I mean, that's what happened over like here, to be honest. I took a few L's, still overall profitable, but not very much, and I considered these two things, which was holding my trading back, and literally after that I had a really good week. So now moving into this week, we've got our good old first trade here, but look, it's not looking too good. It looks like it's just about to punch me out here, but yeah, the fundamentals really messed me up. I mean, the fact that this didn't push BTC up, that's so annoying. That would have been my take profit right there. But that's how the market is. Either it's priced in, as I said, or it's going to be very delayed. Fingers crossed it's delayed, because then we're going to see a very strong move just push to the upside. But at the moment, it's teasing, and it's playing around in drawdown, coming closer and closer to my stop loss. But this is something that you have to get used to as a trader, because it does happen. And I don't want to let the wins of last week carry too much over into this week, because I don't want these losses to like sort of bring me down, because at the end of the day, you win some, you lose some. If we lose this, I know it's just 1%, so there will always be more trades to take. But let's see what price is doing now. You don't know what it's going to do. You don't know how it's going to react. But all we can do, I guess, is just watch it. See where it goes. Try and understand why. Remain calm. Trust the plan. That's all you can really do. With that being said, it's 3 minutes to 2. So in about 3 minutes, I'm about to leave. It will be very hard to sleep, not gonna lie, knowing that price is that close to stop loss. It would almost be easier for me to sleep if price punched through my stop loss, which it looks like it's about to do now. But if it doesn't, then that'll be interesting. So look, price is pulling up now, so I really hope that BTC isn't copying this, like downwards pressure because of the movements to the upside. I feel like any push to the downside we see now, which my target is here, is going to be the movements we see play out in BTC. So for example, here we have this red candle opening up. We do see price pulling up. It is very close to stop loss. So it's literally like, come on DYDX, let's hope this is a big drop from here, because that's what's going to push my BTC up. Oh, it's nerve-wracking. I mean, not really. It's just very close to... Oh. No, that's it. Okay, so we copped the L there. I'm going to head over into trading view. Right there. Copy that. Into the testing sheet. So I'm going to add that in the notes as well. News pushed the dollar index DXY. News push. Very strong. In this case, BTC barely moved. Back. Doesn't make sense. Okay, so there's my notes. Look, pricing pushed way further down. Yeah, weird week. I was gonna say should listen to ICT when he said he's not trading this week, but I needed to come in and see for myself. I'm not blaming weird market conditions, but that is kind of strange to see dollar index push down so like literally if we go into this 15-minute, see a move like that on the 15-minute, but then BTC also move down, like, and they're like inverse pairs. I don't know, it's kind of weird, but that's something which I'll go over in tomorrow's, or technically today's, crypto coffee and chill chat. So yeah, I mean, nice trading experience on DYDX. I like how the orders filled. You can see here, fills, orders, it's a stop, we don't need that anymore. Yeah, no, it was a nice experience trading with DYDX. Looking forward to more of that tomorrow. Trade has been logged, don't need this anymore. Alright, no worries at all. Thank you guys for stopping by, watching the live trade. First trade of the week was an L, unfortunately, which didn't make much sense, but we will review it tomorrow, have a greater like look into what actually happened, what news came out, what did it mean, this and that. So I'll see you sometime tomorrow. So I'm gonna end the stream now.